Are you afraid of coming to Korea and being alone, or you're already here and you just can't find any friends? Well, use the strategies in this video to find your bestie. What's up everyone, this is your boy Mike, here to give you the information you need to make it here in South Korea. Now I've met many foreigners who are actually terrified of never finding Korean friends here in South Korea. So I thought of 4 different tips that will help you be able to forge these authentic friendships with Korean natives. So one of the first things you can do to actually make friends here in South Korea is you can join a club. No, obviously not that type of club, you know that. No, I don't mean that type of club. There are actually many clubs here in South Korea that can actually connect to the things that you love to do. So that way you can connect to the people who love the things that you do. So for example, if you're interested in filmmaking, then there's actually a filmmaking club here in South Korea called Seoul Film Club. Or maybe you're interested in biking. Well, there are clubs strictly for biking here. And a lot of these clubs you can actually find on Facebook. All you have to do is actually just search for it. And believe it or not, this is actually a really old site that actually is still going here in South Korea. But there is the actual website Meetup. So if you go onto Meetup, you can find clubs that have people who like to do the things that you like to do. Thus, you can make real authentic friends and enjoy your hobbies. There are also other clubs in South Korea that like to build friendships. So there are also other clubs here in South Korea that like to build friendship between foreigners and Koreans. For example, Global Soulmates is a big club out here that normally throws parties and everything. That way they can get foreigners and Koreans to mingle together and form real friendships. One thing that I have done here in South Korea is that if I was interested in joining a club or like a sport or whatever, I just went out and did it. I went out in the community and did it. When I first came to Korea in 2014, I wanted to study Taekwondo. I literally went down the street and found a Taekwondo school and I started training there. And then eventually I went to a boxing one. And then I finally fell in love with the Jiu-Jitsu school. And so I met so many people in joining these community programs and community martial arts schools and everything that I actually developed a relationship with people who actually lived here and were natives. So if you're interested in joining something within the neighborhood, to me, that is probably one of the perfect ways to actually build up authentic bonds, is by just going out and just going to meet people. Okay, so the second way that you can actually make friendships here in South Korea with the Koreans is by actually using phone apps. So one app I especially want to talk about is Hello Talk. It is an app that if you are interested in speaking a certain language, you can connect with those who speak that language fluently and actually have conversations and learn that language. So there are a lot of Koreans here who use Hello Talk to meet foreign friends. That way they can actually practice their English or French or whatever else they're interested in learning. And a lot of people who use Hello Talk actually meet up with people and form real life friendships in person. And they also, some of them end up dating. So Hello Talk is also used as a dating app as well. And if you're interested in dating, that's what you want to do, that's what you want to pursue while you're here in Korea, then there are other apps that you can do so, such as Coffee Meets Bagel, Korean Cupid. There's a lot of other apps you can use too. So if you do the research, you guys will be really surprised as to how many different ways there is to meet people here. But the one that I want to actually highlight that I know people who actually met, formed friendships, actually met Koreans, practiced their Korean that they were learning, is Hello Talk. So if you're interested, check it out, download it, and I'll put it in the description below. So before I continue with the video and telling you guys how you can make Korean friends, I want to know something. So for those who are coming to Korea, do you already have friends here in South Korea? And if so, how did you meet them? Did you meet them wherever you were? Did you meet them online? Let us know. How did you meet them in the comment section below? Or maybe you already live here. If so, how did you meet your Korean friends here if you're foreign? Or maybe you didn't meet any friends. If you didn't meet any friends yet, or you're having a hard time, what is something that you want to try? What is something that you want to do that hopefully might make you successful in actually meeting new friends? Let us know in the comment section below. Okay, so this next one is super tricky and it may or may not work, but in my experience, it has actually worked, which is work friends. So in South Korea, I've noticed that a lot of Koreans like to kind of departmentalize their friends. So like, these are like my middle school friends, these are my high school friends, these are my college friends, these are my work friends. But I've also noticed that when they are working with foreigners, then they kind of normally get closer. It kind of breaks that traditional thing that was always there that Koreans normally follow with each other because you're foreign. So it is possible for you to actually make work friends. Now keep in mind, because they are work friends, you have to be kind of careful with your relationship and kind of feel it out in the beginning. For those who are already working back home, you probably understand that sometimes you don't want work friends to know too much about you because it's work. So you really kind of have to feel it out. But if you are looking to make Korean friends here, then I do believe work is actually a decent way. In my experience, I've met friends, Korean friends in my job. Sometimes though it can be tricky because then they do kind of put up a wall because you're different. But at the same time, I actually gotten close to some. And the ones that I've gotten close to, I do consider really good friends. So have you guys ever been to a language exchange? Language exchange is actually a cool way to meet people and get better at that language. So earlier I mentioned and talked about meetups and everything, but I didn't talk about language exchanges. So language exchanges are basically meetups where people who want to learn a language meet up with other people who want to learn a language, which obviously this is different from Hello Talk, because Hello Talk is an app. This is actually meeting people. And I've learned that meetups is probably the truest, best way to actually forge real friendships with actual people. I actually even know a couple that got married because they met at a language exchange. I kid you not, this is a true story. Language exchanges to me are super cool because, especially when you are very nervous, you're really unsure about your language, and then you meet up with someone who's native, but they really want to learn your language as well, they're a lot more patient and a lot more caring with any mistakes you made or any questions you have, because they are going to want that same patience in return. And they're gonna want that same respect in return. So honestly, if you're looking to learn a language with someone who is native and you're looking to actually make some good friendships or maybe even get into a relationship, then I would highly, highly recommend you to find a language exchange in the area. So if you're looking to find a language exchange in the area, then what I would recommend you to do is to go online. Search on Google, look up language exchanges in Korea or language exchanges in Seoul. Or you can even go on the Facebook and find some groups there as well. So check it out, jump into it. I promise you it's gonna be worth it. You guys are gonna get good and you're gonna meet some friends. All right guys, now you just learned 4 new ways to make friends here in South Korea. Now I want you to go out, try these new techniques, and if you made some new friends, then make sure you come back and comment in this video and let us know whether they worked or not. I want to give a huge shout out to Sweet Star for commenting in the Teaching Jobs in Korea video. Thank you so much for watching the video, giving your thoughts and commenting. I love it. Please come back for more. Huge shout out to you. And if you guys want a shout out, then make sure you comment in the videos and I will definitely try my best to shout you out in the next video. Also, make sure you take a screenshot and share it on your Instagram and make sure you tag me in it and say something. Also, Instagram stories are just fine. Again, take that screenshot, tag me in it. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure you like and subscribe for more content. All right guys, new videos coming out every single Friday. And a huge shout out also to just the MK clan. You guys are just so awesome. Thank you so much for supporting me. I know I say it all the time, but that's just how much I appreciate you guys. That literally is how much I appreciate you guys. Always coming through, supporting me, commenting. We're growing, we're going strong, and you guys are the best people ever. Thank you. And with that being said, you guys make sure you be cool. Peace.